Hello everyone, and welcome to what should have been lesson 16 of my long distance learning channel, Mr.Markoteach. So a lot has occurred. You have promoted, if you are a current student, you have promoted on to high school, and we are currently in summer vacation. I said that I was going to finish Macbeth, and here we are starting Act 5, Scene 1. Congratulations to everyone that promoted. Congratulations to everyone that is still doing like now what we would call summer school and finishing Macbeth. Let's just jump right into it. Thank you for the support about my eye infection. That was why we couldn't finish this on time. But as you can see, the glasses are off. I am back to wearing my contact lenses as if nothing ever happened. Okay, so Act 5, Scene 1 is another one of the very famous scenes from this play and all of Shakespeare, as a matter of fact. In Act 5, we're going to get a lot of very famous scenes here that you will probably have get referenced allusions in other works that you may have seen. Anyway, Lady Macbeth is starting to go insane over her guilt about killing Duncan. She is sleepwalking. She still thinks the blood is on her hands. She cannot get this blood out. She says her very famous line, "Out, damn spot, out I say." And she rants about the murder and other things that have occurred, the killing of Macduff's family as well. It's overheard by a nurse and the doctor, or servants, whatever you want to call them, but we'll call them a nurse and a doctor. And she is sleepwalking, and she pretty much says what they have done, and they hear the whole thing. We'll get the coarse hero analysis and sort of cartoony computer animation, and then we'll get a very proper British Lady Dench. Judi Dench is going to give her performance as Lady Macbeth and the "Out damn spot, out I say." And here it is. I hope you enjoy it.
In Act 5, Scene 1 of Macbeth, a doctor speaks with one of Lady Macbeth's attendants. The attendant describes Lady Macbeth sleepwalking at night, sometimes writing and sealing letters before going back to bed. They see her enter the room holding a candle. She has requested that a candle be at her side at all times. She rubs her hands together as if to wash them. Although the doctor and attendant don't know the details, they understand that she has seen or done something terrible. In her haze, Lady Macbeth is remembering Duncan's murder, talking about bloodstains on her hands that will not wash away, rambling about how we have nothing to fear, and wondering at how much blood was in the old man. Then, without the doctor or attendant understanding, she appears to be talking to Macbeth, scolding him for his guilt about Banquo and telling him to get to bed. The doctor says her illness is beyond his help and tells the attendant to keep her calm. He suspects the truth behind what she is saying, but he does not want to say it out loud. Hundreds of years before psychotherapy became a common practice, Macbeth demonstrated the dangers of repressed guilt. Ironically, in Act 2, Lady Macbeth warned her husband not to dwell on his guilt about murdering Duncan, but now it is she who goes mad over the murder. By this point, Macbeth's preoccupation with preserving power has overshadowed any love for his wife. He no longer lets her in on his actions and abandons her to the care of doctors and servants.
Hello, you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life, fast asleep.
You see, her eyes are open.
Aye, but their scents are shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus, washing her hands. I have known her continue in this a quarter of an hour.
Yet, here's a spot.
She speaks.
Out. Damned spot out, I say. 1, 2. What then? 'Tis time to do it. Hell is murky. By my Lord Fye, a soldier and feared. What need we fear? Who knows it? When none can call our power to account. Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What? Will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with this starting.
Go to. Go to. You have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not, I'm sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Here's the smell of the blood. Still! All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand.
The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well, this disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those which have walked in their sleep who have died holily in their beds.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out on's grave.
Even so!
To bed. To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come, 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 come. What's done cannot be undone. To bed.
Ooh, that scream, that was so chilling. If you look in the comments, I think someone said the tea is ready, but she really nails that scene, I believe, and really gives it its proper Shakespearean performance. So I hope you enjoyed that, and very, very famous scene. Let's just continue. We will move into Acts 2, 3, and 4. Scenes, 2, 3, and 4 of Act 5. We're going to go very fast through these. We get the Scottish Thanes. They're plotting against Macbeth. Malcolm's army is marching towards Macbeth's castle, which is on Dunsinane Hill, but they have to stop at Burnham Wood, just outside of Dunsinane Hill. And of course, now the prophecies are starting to come true. Macbeth is starting to maybe see, oh my gosh, everything is closing in on me. And he's slowly starting to realize maybe killing Duncan and, taking the throne and then becoming a tyrant was not a good idea. We will get the Cliff Notes cartoon summary of this just as a reminder. And then, of course, Course Hero will go over scene 2, 3, and 4. We would have to thank Professor Regina Buccola. I really do like her analysis. It's very quick and gets to the point, unlike me, who can just ramble and ramble. And that will be it for today. And then we will have another lesson where we'll try to probably finish this play in one more YouTube video. Okay, sorry, here we go. Acts 5, scenes 2, 3, and 4.
Meanwhile, Lady Macbeth is being torn apart by guilt for what she's done.
I smell blood. Gotta wash off the blood.
As your doctor, I'd advise you not to kill yourself.
The Thanes of Scotland are closing in.
An army's approaching.
And your wife is crazy.
Army? But the weird ladies implied that I'd be fine.
See? Camouflage. Pretty cool, huh?
Act 5, Scene 2 of Macbeth takes place in the countryside outside Dunsinane, as the lords Caithness, Monteith, Lennox, and Angus meet with a number of soldiers. Menteith says that Malcolm and Macduff are leading English troops their way. Angus adds they will join these troops near Burnham Wood. Lennox confirms that Donalbain is not with Malcolm and the English army. They then discuss Macbeth, who is fortifying the castle at Dunsinane. They suspect that he will not be able to hold his position, claiming that his troops are moved only by orders, not by love or loyalty. The Thanes and their soldiers march on toward Burnham to meet the English army and Malcolm, whom they see as the rightful heir to the Scottish throne. With the other lords against him and the English army on its way, Macbeth's final defeat looms as prophesied. The armies will meet at Burnham Wood, whose move to Dunsinane Hill was prophesied as a danger to Macbeth. While the precise method in which the forest will move is not clear yet, the troops are marching at the edges of Macbeth's destiny. Furthermore, the Thanes are confident that in shedding the blood of Macbeth and his troops, Scotland will be purged of the source of its illness. Act 5, Scene 3 of Macbeth takes place in the castle at Dunsinane, where Macbeth recalls the predictions from the visions the witches showed him. The forest cannot move, and Malcolm was born of a woman, so Macbeth believes the prophecies protect him from harm. When a servant enters to announce the English army has arrived in the country, he responds with anger and sends him away. Left alone, he ruminates that he has moved nearly into old age without the love, honor, and friends that should surround him now. Calling out for his servant Seaton, he resigns himself to an early death. When Seaton confirms the arrival of the English army, Macbeth asks him to bring his armor. While Seaton fetches the armor, Macbeth talks to the doctor about Lady Macbeth's condition. The doctor says she is not sick in body, but in mind, and Macbeth commands him to cure her. The doctor says she has to cure herself, and Macbeth decides that all medicine is nonsense. He puts his armor on and prepares for battle, reciting the prophecy about Burnham Wood and Dunsinane. The doctor decides to get as far from Dunsinane as possible. Even as Macbeth recalls the prophecies, his belief in their protective power blinds him to the instability of his actual predicament. His men don't trust him, and they are far outnumbered. Nonetheless, although he is sure of his safety, he reflects on his unhappiness. He has nothing he would expect to have as he ages, not honor, love, obedience, or friends. His ruminations on this lack of love or friendship are the culmination of his own unwitting prophecy in Act 1. Having murdered the king, he is left only with the frame of a kingship. Though he's still breathing, he wouldn't really mind if his heart simply stopped and died. Macbeth's concern for his wife's condition appears detached in his conversation with the doctor. There is no indication that he has actually seen or interacted with his wife. Although there is some emotion in his demand that the doctor make her well, his urgency speaks more to his inability to deal with her the way she is. When the doctor suggests that Lady Macbeth has to cure herself, Macbeth becomes angry, possibly because that would mean she requires his support, which he has no time for. In Act 5, Scene 4 of Macbeth, the Scottish army and the English army, with all the lords and thanes attending, meet at Birnam Wood. Malcolm instructs each of the soldiers to cut a tree limb and carry it as camouflage on the march to Dunsinane, which will allow them to conceal their numbers from Macbeth. Here, the full ambiguity of the witch's words becomes evident. Birnam Wood can indeed move to Dunsinane Hill, or at least the wood can appear to move. This is a military strategy, and something Macbeth might have caught on to if he allowed himself to analyze the prophecy at any point. Because Macbeth did not think of this, the plan also shows that Malcolm is a superior strategist.
That concludes Acts 2, 3, and 4, scenes 2, 3, and 4 from Act 5. I guess I'll put the homework up that I was going to. If you do feel like doing that and participating, more power to you. And I guess I'll give you feedback on that if you do it. If you don't do it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, again, congratulations to everyone who promoted, and congratulations to those sticking through this into summer vacation to finish this up nice and strong, like my beard. Thank you, and have a nice rest of your day or night, depending on your when you are watching this. And of course, why not hit the like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and the notification bell as well.